Lord has made, we will rejoice and be glad in it. Good morning, everyone. This is Maryl Noriel, and welcome back to Matthew 5:16's Morning Pep Talk. The why behind this morning pep talk is for us to be inspired by the different characters in the Bible. Yes, because there are a lot. And these are actually the ordinary men and women who had an encounter with an extraordinary God. And it is my prayer that you will be able to learn from their wisdom, from their faith, the ups and downs of these people who have decided to put their trust in God. So, our character for today is the woman with the alabaster jar. And it is my prayer that you will get the direction or revelation that you are seeking from God from her story. And maybe it is also my desire that you would be able to use whatever you will learn from this story in the near future. So again, our character for today is the woman with the alabaster jar. Alright, so the story of the woman that I am telling you about today is actually documented in different books of the Bible, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. But today I am citing it from the book of Mark, chapter 14, verses 3 to 9. So, but before we actually start, I want to show you some things. So, I don't know if you are familiar with this thing. Yeah, this small bottle with essential oil inside. And also, one of the very precious thing for me is this bottle with my perfume oil in it. Yes, these are the things that are really close to my heart because they put value in my life. Because here, I think I have found something that is really good about my life. I think I found my purpose somehow in these bottles to Christ. So, the connection of this in our story is that there's a woman in the Bible. Yes, as I have mentioned, she's a woman with the alabaster jar. Actually, in the book of Mark, hindi naman minention yung name ng babaeng to. But in the book of John, the last book of these 4 books that mention this lady, pinangalanan siya that she is Mary, the sister of Martha and Lazarus. So, if you can remember, Lazarus is the one that Jesus raised to life. So, this woman, Mary, already know that there's power and there's honor in the persona of Jesus Christ. So there was this one day when Jesus Christ is about to be crucified. So just a few days before yung crucifixion, merong papiging. So merong dinner which they held in the house of the leper man. So habang nagdi-dinner sila, Mary, the woman with alabaster jar, came in weeping, and she knelt down before Jesus. And then what she did was she broke the alabaster jar. It's somewhat a bigger container, not this small but a bigger one, and then broken the alabaster jar and then poured every single drop of the pure perfume oil that she has into the feet, into the head of Jesus Christ. So, sabi nga nila, the value daw of that perfume is like around 300 denarius, and that is equal to 1 year of a man's wage. So, and I actually researched, ang value pala nun ay $20,000 to $30,000, and in peso, that is amounting to average of 1.5 million. So, having known the great value of the perfume oil that this woman poured to the head and the feet of Jesus, the disciples were actually shocked because this is the kind of perfume that came from India. This was really, really hard to find and really of high value. Sabi pa ng mga disciples, alam mo, dapat binenta mo na lang yan. Tapos yung napagbentahan, itinulong mo sa mga mahihirap. It could have been better. But you know what Jesus' response was? He said that no one in this life have ever done to me what this woman did. She honored me the best way possible. So, I am sharing with you that there are actually few good points that this woman taught us in the story of how we could live this Christian life. And let me take you to that. That first, true worship is giving your all to Jesus. Giving your all. Hindi ka magtitira. Remember when it was said that she even broke the alabaster jar, because when it is broken, you are sure that it cannot contain anything anymore. Therefore, ubos. Inubos niya, nilagay niya lahat ng meron siya dun kay Jesus. And sabi nga nila, this alabaster jar with pure oil could have been the only possession that this woman has. Wala nang iba. So, it means that she gave everything that she has to Jesus. Tayo, sobrang hirap na hirap tayo. Minsan, I personally experience it when it is hard for me to even give the very important things in my life to Jesus. What are those? Those are sometimes your money, your possessions, your time, your thoughts. Diba? Minsan hirap na hirap tayong ibigay man lang yung oras natin kay Jesus. But this woman gave everything that she had to Jesus as a form of worship. And I would like to share with you also that perfume oil actually represents anything that has great value for you. Again, those are your possession, your time, your talent, your skill, and your thoughts. And the broken alabaster jar is actually a sign that you are trusting God of anything and everything. Hindi niya binigay yung buo. Even the broken parts of you, God is concerned about that. And you can offer your broken parts to God as a form of worship. You know, some people would actually call what this woman did as an extravagant worship, or to worship with all that is within us and by every means available to us without considering cost or benefit. That is the extravagant worship that this woman has given. And the second good point that we can actually get or learn from this woman with the alabaster jar is that honoring Jesus is the highest form of worship. You know, when it is said in the Bible to love the Lord your God with all your mind, with all your soul, and with all your heart, and with all your strength, that is the one way of honoring God. And when you actually, what she did, she honored God through her mind, through her soul, through her strength. Kasi binigay niya na eh. Lahat ng meron siya. Lahat meaning her mind, hindi niya inisip what's gonna be left for me. With all her soul, hindi niya inisip kung ano na lang iisipin sa akin ng mga tao dito. Diba? Na I'm foolish for doing such thing. With all her strength. Because you remember that she was weeping, kneeling down at the feet of Jesus while she was pouring the perfume on Jesus' feet. With all her strength, she has given everything to Jesus to honor him. And also, the woman honored Jesus by anointing him in preparation for his death. Because if you do not know po, let me share with you that during that time, when the dead are anointed, when they are already dead. So, when they die, they are washed and then anointed with oil before they are buried. But this time, because Jesus knew that he will be crucified as a criminal, and maybe he has shared this with this woman. Maybe this woman has heard the story that is about to happen when Jesus is telling this to his disciple. Then the woman knew that there would be no time anymore for Jesus to be anointed, but now. So I hope that we think the same like this woman, that there is no other time for God to be honored more. But now, this very moment, when we have chance, when we have the life that we have, we could honor Him now. So, di ba, meron dito, mga tao, when they die, we have eulogy for them. That is honoring people when of what they have done good. Pero ginagawa natin yun, pagpatay na sila, and actually, that has no value anymore because the person who died doesn't know that you actually appreciated me. This woman is somehow have shown her appreciation in honor to Jesus even before he died. Isn't that of great value? Diba? When you value or appreciate the person even before he or she is gone. This woman really is honoring God. And also, anything, I would like to share with you that anything you give to God is never put to waste. Kaya nga, when the woman poured the fragrance, that is the only time na umamoy yung fragrance sa buong room. Because only when you give whatever you have to God, the rightful purpose of that thing that you give to Him is being fulfilled. Yung pabango, hindi siya mabango nung nandun lang siya sa bote. Umamoy lang siya. It has fulfilled its purpose to give fragrance only when it was poured, only when it was handed to Jesus. So, what is it that it's in you that you are not pouring out to Jesus yet? Kaya hindi pa na-fulfill yung purpose niyang bagay na nasa iyo. What is it? Think of that. Maybe it's your talent, maybe it's your wisdom, maybe it's something that is valuable to you. Put and pour that thing into God's hands, into Jesus' hands, and it will become more purposeful. And so, in verse 9, you know what? God actually values our effort to honor Him. Because in verse 9, it is said, whenever the gospel is preached, throughout the world, what she has done will also be told in memory of her. That is how God honors. God honors everlastingly, exceedingly, above any way possible that you can think of. Diba? He honors our effort to honor Him. So again, kapatid, I pray that you have actually learned something from the story of this woman, Mary with the alabaster jar, who has shown her great worship to God through breaking the only thing that she has in life into the hands, the feet, and the head of Jesus Christ, because she trusts that Jesus is the ultimate reward that she has, that anything she has in this world is nothing compared to the value that there is in Jesus Christ. Again, maraming salamat po sa pagsama nyo sa amin ngayong araw, and I pray that whatever you have learned today, you will be able to use in the near future. I hope that you will again join us tomorrow for another speaker who is sharing with us one character again in the Bible whom we can learn from. Again, maraming salamat po at mapagpalang umaga sa ating lahat.